morning, welcome everyone to another live stream Muay Thai session. Today I will talk in English again. Yesterday the session we had in German. Now I'm back to English. If you have, to make it right for in the end, I hope everyone. I started this week on Monday to work on a special topic. We worked a lot on moving forward and backward and bringing different techniques from forward and backward motion in order to create and overcome distances to our opponent. On Monday, we worked on blocks and knees and teeps. Yesterday evening, the session was more about striking. We had a look on moving forward and backwards with the parallel walk for striking and the diagonal walk. If you missed that, you can find all the sessions on YouTube. I want to continue with this focus today. It's about distances, it's about closing and creating distances. And the other focus, athletically, we want to focus on coordination and balance. So let's start with warming up our joints a bit and taking a moment to arrive, to mentally prepare that we want to train now. And stretch your back long, reach up. Usually we always also have the way to the gym where we kind of prepare, we're going to train, we're going in the gym. I think it's also an important part of the warm-up which we're missing now. Now we go for a few circles with the arms. You can walk a bit back and forth while you circle the arms, coming up on the tiptoes, and try to change the direction of your circles. Try to hold tension in your legs, walking on the balls of your feet. And then change and walk on your heels. A few steps forward, backwards. And the arms go out to the sides. And also here, change and come up on your feet again. Okay, shake out everything. And go for some circles with the hips. Other side. And one knee goes up and circles out to the side. You can bring your hands already up in guard and go for the circles as big as your hip joint allows you to go. And change direction. And the other side. Shake it a bit in between to loosen, and then other direction, other side. We start from inside to outside, opening. Yeah. And then other direction, closing from the outside to the inside. Okay, arms go up and we dive all the way down. Walking forward with the hands. Come in a stable plank here. And we bring up the knees 2 times each side. Your feet walk forward towards your hand. Have a deep dive down here. And walk your feet back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Knee ducks. And your hands walk back towards the feet. And come all the way up. Arms reach long. And we go again. Go a few times for the same sequence. Diving deep down. Hands walk forward. Stable plank. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feet walk in. Dive down. Place your hands again. Walk your feet back. Plank position and knee ducks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hands walk back in towards the feet. And come all the way up. Stretch long. And we go again. Diving down. Walking forward. Stable plank. Hands underneath the shoulders. Knee ducks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And your feet walk in. Dive deep down. And I know we did not have the coming up on this side, but doesn't matter. And down, hands on the mat. And your feet walk back. Stable plank, knee ducks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And your hands walk back. All the way up. Now we go for one more. Dive deep down, walk forward. Place your hands, stable plank. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk your feet in. Your legs stay pretty straight here while walking in. Your tailbone is the highest point. Dive deep down and lay back. Place your hands. Bring back your feet. Stable plank. 1, 2, 3, 4. And your hands walk back. Deep down and then slowly all the way back up. Shoulders back and down. All right. Still part of warming up. We go for a few rows back and forth with our blocks. So we start in our fighting position. Hips point forward. Guard is up. Elbows point down towards the floor. Wide and stable stand. Block, step, block, step. And we're going back. I come from the block, stepping back, stay in a wide stand, and for the next. And go forward again. I will go for a few rows. It's for warming up the hip and we start already, especially going back with a bit of coordination, working on our basic stable stance and balance in it. And a few more. Don't go too quick in your backwards motion. Don't go circling your legs out. You really want to have a really stable block. And from there, step back. And 2 more rows. And going back. Okay, and let's do some dynamic stretching of our legs. And just swing one leg through. Watch out, your standing leg is on the mat with the whole sole of the foot. A few more, try to get a bit higher. And one more. Shake it out. And then let's go for the other side. Start easy. And become a bit higher. And go for 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's have a few more circles. All right. So, as I said, we also want to work on coordination and balance. So the first exercise, we bring in a bit of the stuff we did in the last 2 sessions. But for now, we work different than the other sessions out of standing. And we want to go from a block position, so really find your balance, block, teep, back to block, and try to keep standing there. It's really, a balance coordination thing. And it will, my idea is also that it trains you to keep a lot of tension in the whole body. Yeah, when we teep, when we have the front kick forward, we want to stay pretty upright in our upper body. For this, we do need a lot of tension that we hold there. So the exercise is a challenge for your balance and to hold the tension in your body. We go for 10 per side. Just try out how it goes. Up. If you lose the balance in between, don't worry. Six, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And shake your hip out. You will probably feel tension here, at least I do, here in my leg, because the muscles need to work all the time to hold up the leg, to extend it, to bring it back. There's no break in between. So it's also good strength exercise for your legs. Let's go over to the other side 10 times. Start from block. watch out. You really have a closed side here. Head is protected, ribs are protected, and your thighs. So block, keep. Yeah, this side works way worse for me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, shake it out. As I said the last times, don't focus too much on what I'm doing here on the screen. Stay with yourself, watch out that you fulfill the task, concentrate on your emotions. Okay, since our topic is the motion forward and backwards, we want to try the same exercise with going in again. If you want to practice more on your teeth, also have a look at the tutorial video Valerie did. She explains a lot there what to focus on when it's about the teeth. And among other things, she shows the sliding teep where we go a bit forward with our standing leg. And this we want to do now, but combine it with the block like we had it. I want to go back there as well. So we start from the block. We go in and we want to block again. Bop, bop, bop. Like this. Let's go for 10 per side again. So we start from the block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. And for the other side, we do this only forward, not backwards. Doing a jumping teep backwards doesn't make so much sense because you take away all the forward energy and all your power like this. So let's go for the other side. Walking forward. Block. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Okay, let's do a few more. And we want to try to do it with a bit of resistance. So, if you have the possibility at home, of course, when you have a free wall, you can teep on the wall. I will take our lovely dummy here because it really changes the game and your balance when you're teeping somewhere where you get a bit of resistance. It's different than just going in the air. So have a place in front of your wall. And we go for the same game. We keep standing. We don't go for the sliding teep now, but the basic one. And we go again for 10 per side. So let's start. We start from block. 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch out. One hand stays in guard. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's go over to the other side. We start from the block. 1. I need to get a bit closer. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. I need to get away my hair. You can have a sip of water if you want. Okay, I have a better view like this. And we started yesterday working on a striking combination. I would like to partly repeat and build it up a bit. So when we talk about distances, overcoming and creating, one technique, how we can do it, is always a switch of the stance. Right? I think we had this on Monday. So when I start here with my front foot at this line of the mat, then from here I step my foot back, but I have created half of the mat of distance. My back foot is already at the next line of the mat. So a switch of stance is always a change of distance you have towards your opponent. This works forward and this works backwards. And of course it also works with both feet. Standing here, standing there. Okay. We can combine this change of stance also with our strikes. So who was here yesterday probably remembers we had a strike combination starting with an uppercut and the change of the stance. Here, uppercut, punch, hook, punch. And then I stand in my southpaw stand now and start again with my backhand. Up, hook, punch, hook, punch. And I'm in my original stance where I started. Let's go again. Go back with an uppercut. Come with a punch, hook, and punch. For the hook, you can go like this, having the meeting point of your hand with your target here on your first two knuckles. You have the wrist like this. You can also go like this. Both options are possible. Watch out which works better for you. Okay, yesterday we did this combination just backwards. I want to add the forward motion today. So we can also walk forward with our uppercut. When we walk forward, we go back to the parallel walk here. This is what I was talking about yesterday. So when we go backwards, we go diagonal, like I did it now, yeah? I take my back hand and my front foot to work at the same time. When I go forward now, it's the other way around. I take my foot and my hand on the same side on the same time. Up, hook, no, why do I say it? Punch, hook, punch. Up, punch, hook, punch. Okay, let's go back again. We go diagonal. Front leg, backhand. Up, punch, hook, punch. Back to stable stance. Up, punch, hook, punch. Up, punch, hook, punch. Stable stand. Up, punch, hook, punch. And you see, I do all the row. With this change of the stance, I overcome the space and I change my distance. Let's go forward again. So, backhand starts, parallel walk. Up, punch, hook, punch. Up, punch, hook, punch. Up, punch, hook, punch. Up, punch, hook, punch. And way back again. Of course, you can always become quicker. I show it a bit, one thing after the other, that you also have the chance, if this is new to you, to watch the single steps. So let's start. Backhand again. Up. Watch out your uppercut really crosses in a straight line in the middle of your face. Up. Always hand back to guard before you start your second strike. Up, punch, hook, punch. No. Up, 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 up. And one more. Up, punch, hook, punch. Let's go for a few more rows. And we add a block after the strike combination. So we start going forward. Up, punch, hook, punch, block. Back to stable stand. You know, the idea is that you can, you end it, your punching combination with a punch. With the block, I want you to check that you get back in balance, that you get back to a stable stand, that you don't fall forward in your punches. So let's go. Walking forward. Backhand starts together with the back leg, walking forward. Up, punch, hook, punch, block. And come back. Up, punch, hook, punch, and block. Up, punch, hook, punch, block. Up, punch, hook, punch, and block. There I was a bit imbalanced. And one more, backhand start. Up, punch, hook, punch, block. And let's go back. So, up, diagonal. Bam, 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 and block. Back to stable stance. Up, punch, hook, punch, block. And again, walking back. Up, punch, hook, punch, block. And one more. Up, punch, hook, punch, block. Let's go for two more. One more time forward, one more time backwards. So, up, punch, hook, punch, block. Up, punch, hook, punch, block. Let's become a bit quicker also with block, stepping it back down. Up, punch, hook, punch, block. Up, punch, hook, punch, block. And way back again. No. Up, punch, hook, punch, block. Up, punch, hook, punch, block. Up, punch, hook, punch, block. All right. this is just a combination example what you can do. Of course, there are a lot of other ways to combine your strikes with the change of the stance to influence the distance. So nowadays it's also everything is about distances, also not only socially, also technically here. Okay, so we had now a switch of the stance with striking. Another thing, a bit of time is left, I want to have a look on is we also sometimes use the position of the front leg as a defense move. Yeah, not only for doing a special technique with it, but for example, imagine inside low kick is coming, but I step back my foot for not getting the kick on my inner thigh here. But it could also work against other attacks coming. For example, a teep is coming towards me. When I'm stepping back, it might just not reach me, but will go into the air. And it's again, but in the end, it's exactly what we did so far. It's a change of the stance in order to change my position, my distance. When we do this, we also always load up one side for a counter or for a strike from us. So for example, when I step back, my front leg, I'm directly have the swing back to answer with a knee. Stepping back, coming with the knee. Depending on what I want to do afterwards, I can stay here in the front, stepping my leg here, or I step it and go back out. Yeah, always depends. What do I want to do next? Does my motion want to go forward? Am I pressuring? Am I attacking? Or do I want to finish something? Do I want to get out in my secure position again? You can have, let's just practice this. Stepping the foot back, answering with the knee. One thing about the knee, it's both possible, to have a kind of long knee from here or to make contact for the knee. I always prefer for my knees to really get into contact with my opponent. If it's the gloves, if it's the head, I always feel I have much more control where I point my knees and how I point my knees when I have control over my opponent. But it's in the end a bit a matter of taste and what works for you. Yeah, so maybe I also in shadowboxing here always imagine I'm grabbing something. I like to pull myself into something. So let's go for a few times. Stepping back, coming forward with the knee. Stepping back, and coming back forward. Stepping back, forward, and have a variation. Sometimes you can imagine going forward, sometimes you go back out. Stepping back, answering. Stepping back, answering. Stepping back, answering. Step back, answer. Step back and answer. Remember to go up on the ball of your feet with your standing leg for the knee. Step out, shoop, answer. Shoop. Well, let's go for 5 more. Shoop. Shoop. And one last one. Shoop. Okay. So one possibility how to use the power, the loading up. My hip is in the back here. I'm loaded up for coming with another technique. This, of course, doesn't only work with the knee. We can also load up, for example, for a middle kick like this. So I step my leg back, shoop, and I answer with my kick here. It's the same dynamic. I don't know how you see it better, from the side or from the front. I will do both. Step, back, and in. Stepping out, boom, and answering. So I really just tip my foot here in my back to get the energy I want to directly bring in my kick. So I don't go back and then start my kick. I tip here to bring the energy in my kick coming. Okay, let's have a few. Start in your stable stand. Imagine low kick coming here. You go back and you directly answer with a kick. Back and kick. Back, answering. Step back, answer. Shoop. Step back, create distance, and go for a counter. It's weird. I'm trying to watch myself on the screen at the same time I'm doing the motion. It's stepping back and answering. Oh, mat is over. Step back, answer. And let's do 5 more of these. Stepping back, answering. One, 2, 3, and 2 more. 4, and 5. All right. A little bit of water. I hope you all have enough space to practice these round kicks at home. Okay, so it's already almost time. There were a few more techniques I wanted to do. But we will just leave it for the next session, and we'll continue a bit with the same topic, the distance thing I was talking about the whole time. So we will continue with the next techniques Monday morning. So let's have a short cool down. If you want to finish now, if you're still up to do a workout or whatever, have a look in our other section. There's a whole playlist with different workout instruction videos, Fenriz Berlin Fitness playlist. There you find the whole collection of what's going on, what you can do with little space at home. So let's bring up the arms and grab one wrist and pull it over to the side. We'll have a short cool down stretching sequence here now. If you want to go for more, you also find the stretching tutorials in the playlist. So just look a bit around. There's a lot of material. You can also combine yourself for having a proper session at home. While your arm is next to your ear, come back out of it. Let's swing the arms a bit side to side, mobilizing the rotation of the spine. And we used a lot the legs and our hips, so let's have a stretch there. We come down on our hands and place one leg underneath us. Back leg goes straight, knee on the mat, and you work your upper body down there. Please watch out that your hip stays parallel to the floor, that you don't sink down and this side is much more towards the mat than the other. Keep your hips straight, and then you walk down from there. You can even lay down here. Now we hold for a moment here. These are big muscle areas we want to stretch. So the next Muay Thai live stream is tomorrow, 6 p.m. And then again on Saturday at 12 with Idia then. And we will continue working on the topics we started on Monday morning, 9 p.m. Then come back up, walk your hands in. But as you know, you can also, so bend your back leg from here. You bend this one and you grab it with your arm on the same side and you pull your foot in towards your upper body. You can find all the sessions also on YouTube afterwards. And release, and we will go over for the other side. So right leg, bend it, bring it underneath you, straighten your back leg, and bring your upper body down. And again, for everyone, I got a few videos yesterday from people filming themselves in some sequences they did from my sessions, and I gave feedback to it, what to work on technically. If you want to get any feedback, just film yourself, send your videos, and then your back leg. Me or one of the other coaches can have a look at it, so you know a bit more in detail what to work on during this time. Maybe you can send it over the social media. Kardia is on Facebook and on Instagram, or you send a mail, kardia@fenrizgym.com. Up to you, just reach out to us. And release. All right, let's bring the knees to the sides, just loosening everything a bit. And that's it from me for today. I hope you're all good and healthy and you enjoyed the session, and see you on Monday. Have a good day, everyone.